You see, NATO is actually stepping up their cybersecurity game. Yes, NATO just signed formal cybersecurity partnerships with Microsoft, Palo Alto Networks, and ESET. The announcement dropped at CyCon in Tallinn, and it tells you exactly where alliance defense thinking has moved. Yeah, state actors alone aren't running the wire anymore. It's private vendors who do. Yeah, and here's where the partnerships are actually delivering, okay? They're non-commercial agreements, meaning that no money changes hands and no products get sold into NATO contracts through this. Instead, the three companies share threat intelligence, technical expertise, and visibility into attacker behavior directly tied in with NATO's cyber defense arms. So think of this as a structured pipeline for telemetry and analysis between vendors who see global attack traffic and an alliance that needs to defend 32 member states. So why does this matter? Well, it's because the people that are watching nation-state intrusions in real time, well, they're not governments. They're endpoint vendors, cloud providers, and network security companies. Yeah, Microsoft sees identity attacks across hundreds of millions of tenants. And Palo Alto, they watch traffic at the perimeter of huge chunks of the enterprise world. And ESET, well, they have deep telemetry across Europe, including parts of the threat surface closest to Russian and Belarusian operations. Yeah, NATO formalizing access to that view is recognition that public sector visibility isn't enough. The evidence for why this is needed is everywhere, right? Volt Typhoon pre-positioning in critical infrastructure, Sandworm hitting Ukrainian power and logistics, routine wiper campaigns against alliance adjacent targets. These were all surfaced by vendor research before the government attribution caught up. Yeah, so what's next is the interesting part. All right, expect more vendors to be added. Expect questions about how intelligence flows back the other way and whether smaller European security firms get a seat at the table or just watch from the outside. And there's also a sovereignty conversation coming about how much NATO defense is relying on two American companies. I guess the takeaway here is that if your threat model includes state actors, watch what these three vendors publish, okay? NATO is now reading the same reports you are. Okay, folks, well, that about wraps up today's stories. This is Andy Thompson signing off.